Hey, how are you guys doing? Of course, let me double check to make sure that I'm live everywhere that I desire to be live. As you guys come on into the room, say hi, hello, hey, so that I can see who's joining me. If you're catching us on the replay, type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff. I know it is a Friday night, the time of this recording, but I did want to hop on in here and have this conversation with you guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and go on about my business and prep and prepare for my weekend. Those of you that are new to me, welcome to my space. My name is Beverly Wathour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. I'm also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. And so I'm going to go ahead and dive on in, you guys. I have been pretty good with sticking to my 30 minutes or less. I have been pretty good with that. And so this actually may only be a 20-minute live tonight. So just watch me work this thing. And so you guys, like I said, as you come on into the room, say hi, hello, hey, so that I can see who's on here. Once again, if you are catching us on the replay, definitely make sure that you let us know that you're watching the replay as well. So once again, just type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff. And so I want to have this conversation with you guys, when it comes to your pricing, the pricing of your coaching services, and whether or not it's time to actually raise your prices. Because for some of you guys, it's actually not time. And I've actually had clients where I told them, no, it's not time yet. I wouldn't raise my prices quite yet. And so although that's very rare that I say that, but I do actually say that to some of my clients. And so we're going to do this for just 4 signs that it might be time for you to raise your coaching prices. These are not all of them, but these are some of the common ones. And so I want to go ahead and cover these common ones so that you guys will have this information. Okay. And of course, I always have my notes. I tell you guys when you do your live, I don't care how long you've been living. Is that even a word? Look, but make sure you have your notes so that you're able to get all the information out, and you're able to address everything that you desire to address during that conversation. Okay, you guys. The first thing that I want to address, if you're trying to figure out whether or not it's time for you to raise your prices, one is if you have to serve a whole bunch of clients. And so what I mean by that, if your revenue goal is $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000, and in order for you to hit that monthly goal, you have to serve 50, 100, 500 clients, your price point is too low. Your price point is too low. You can literally hit $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in your coaching business and serve 10 to 15 people. And 15 is on the high end. You can do that and I encourage that to be a group setting, not one-on-one clients. So it can be done, but of course your pricing has to be on point in order for you to do it that way. So once again, if you have to serve tens and hundreds of people in order for you to hit your monthly revenue goal, it might be time for you to raise your prices. So that's one thing or one sign I want you to take into consideration. I tell my clients this all the time. You should not have to have 50 people in your group coaching program in order for you to hit your revenue goal. Now, hear me when I say this. Are there coaches out there where you may be in a coaching program and it's 100 people on there? It's 500 people. It might be 1,000 people on there. Yeah. But let me ask you this. In that setting, did that coach, one, even know that you were there? 2, was it actually the coach that was doing it, or was it someone that a part of their team that was actually delivering the content? 3, going back to number 1, did that coach know what type of coach you were? Did they know who you served? Did they know what was going on in your business, or were you just a number? And so how did that make you feel to be in a setting like that? And is that a setting that you desire for your clients to be in? Just a couple of questions that I want you to ponder. Okay. And so if your answer to that is, I didn't like that setting, it may have been awesome to say that, hey, you were trained by X, who's a big name person, but were you actually? Did you actually get everything it is that you need? If the answer is yes, and you got what you needed and you want to replicate that, that's cool. But do note, To replicate those types of numbers like that, it's a couple of things you need to make sure that you have in place. One, you have to have a large and active and engaged community. Do you have that? Two, a lot of them are running ads. Do you have the budget to do ads? A couple of things for you to ponder. And it's not easy for you to go in there and just set up the ads yourself. So you may have to actually have someone to do them for you. Go in there and set it up and all of that good stuff like that. Once again, I'm not saying that it cannot be done. Hey, Katrina, I just got your email. Hey. I'm not saying that it cannot be done, because it can be done. But there's a certain setting that you have to have, a certain setup and a structure of your business in order for it to be impactful like that. And like I said, a lot of you guys, you don't want to have to do that. That's exhausting, because some of you guys, it's just you and your VA or you and your social media manager. You don't have a team like they do to be able to handle 50 or 100 people. I'm just saying. What if you could generate $10, $20, $30,000 a month and only serve 10 or 15 people in a group in a group setting, maybe 20 in a group setting? That's a whole lot different than doing 50, 100, 1,000. Think about 50 personalities coming at you at once. And then we're not going to say anything if you're trying to do that one-on-one. How exhausting is that to have to serve 50 clients a month? One-on-one in your coaching business. That's going to end up exhausting you. Hey, Unique, that's going to exhaust you. And so I know a lot of you guys, you are going into your business for yourself to create time and financial freedom. Having to serve 50, 100, 1,000 clients, that's now attaching you back to your business. That's not allowing for you to have the time freedom that you desire. So once again, if you have to serve that many people, it's probably time for you to raise your prices. Well, Bev, how am I going to raise my prices when I'm not even able to settle at the current price point? I'm not able to get 2 people in. How am I going to raise? Once again, when you know how to properly position your offer, when you know how to structure your offer, then it's going to eliminate those 2 questions. Because when you know how to position your offer and the way that you talk about your offer is different, your level of confidence and boldness is different. And because you've made a shift, you're going to attract a different type of person. So it's all connected to each other. Okay? So like I said, that's the first one. Those of you, if you're just hopping on here, whether or not live or on the replay, if you missed the first one, go back and catch it on the replay. Once again, my goal is to keep this at 30 minutes or less. Actually, I might actually do 20 minutes tonight. I might actually get it in 20 minutes. Okay? So that's one. So once again, if you have to serve too many clients, and your definition of too many is everybody got a different definition. But like I said, you shouldn't have to serve 50 clients a month to be able to do that. Unique, when I tell you I'm so excited, I am so excited about this workshop tomorrow. I literally had to make myself Bev, don't you add near another thing to this presentation. So I'm super excited about tomorrow. I really am. Okay. So you guys, that's the first one. The first sign that it might be time for you to raise your prices is if you are constantly always selling. If every single day you have to hop on and go live 2-3 times a day, you're doing a room on Clubhouse 2-3 times a day, you're emailing your list 15 times a day, you're blogging. If you have to constantly be in that space of always selling like that, then it's probably time for you to raise your prices. Because if you have it priced correctly, then once again, your sales cycle is going to look different. One, you'll be able to have that consistency in the revenue coming in. But like I said, you won't have to always feel like, oh my gosh, I'm tied to my computer. I'm tied to my phone. I'm tied to my iPad. I'm tied to my tablet 24/7. You should not be tied to your computer. You should not feel like you're on social media all day, every day. It should not feel that way. If you do feel like you have to be that way, then once again, you're in that mode of constantly selling. And that's not how it's supposed to be. More than likely, it's time for you to raise your prices. More than likely, it's time for you to raise your prices. Okay, so that is the second sign. Once again, if you're just hopping on here, we're talking about the 4 signs that it might be time for you to raise your prices. This part right here, Marie, and that's the thing. A lot of us, our business is running us versus us running our businesses. Our businesses are actually running us. We're trying to fit our life into our business versus you fitting your business around your lifestyle. A lot of us have it backwards. But once again, when you get that pricing structure set up, when you have your business model set up in a way that feels good to you, and once again, we're going to talk about different ways that you can structure your services. For instance, one of the young ladies that's going to be a part of the workshop tomorrow, she wants to do retreats. And so we're going to talk about how that can look for her business. Once again, I want you guys to design a coaching business that feels good to you. But we're going to also weigh the pros and cons of the different business models, the different coaching models. So that way you go in making informed decisions, but also know the way that you start off is not going to be the way that you end up. A lot of people, they start off with one-on-ones and they eventually move from the one-on-one model to the one-to-many model. Because once again, that one-to-one model is hard to sustain. However, if you do have that one-on-one model, which is nothing wrong with it, price point wise, it needs to be priced efficiently and properly. So that way, once again, you're not exhausting yourself, feeling like you have to be tied to your business. I feel like even though it's taken me forever, I'm being guided by the Lord in a very specific direction when it comes together. It's going to be epic, but still happen at a good pace. One He means for me. And that's the thing. I like that, Marie. I like that. And the thing is, for us, it may seem like it's taken forever, but we know for him and his timeline, it's not. It's not. And so, you guys, like I said, if you're constantly in that space and place where you're constantly selling, we need to look at what's going on. But like I said, also with that, we want to look at your business model as well. For some of you guys, it may be time for you to shift from one model to another, and you may not understand or know how to do that. There are a lot of people who feel like if I don't do one-on-one, my people won't get the same level of result. And that's not true. That's not necessarily true, especially if you know how to structure it. Yeah, we're going to talk about the subscription model. A lot of times, we may call it like a membership type thing. There's some people who actually have subscription boxes and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to talk about a couple of different models and just make sure that what you have makes sense. And we want to make sure that, like I said, you have the information for it. Hey, Rakita, we want to make sure that you have the correct information because, like I said, people that do memberships and people that push memberships, it grates my nerves. Because when they talk about memberships, they're just like, oh my gosh, with membership, you got the recurrent revenue. Oh my God, it's amazing to have the recurrent revenue. Oh my goodness, you just got the money. But they don't talk about the other side of the membership and that membership model. They don't talk about that part. And so we're going to have a conversation about that tomorrow during the workshop. And once again, there's nothing wrong. I have a membership. There's nothing wrong with it. But once again, I want to make sure that you guys have all the proper information so that you can make an informed decision about whether or not that's a model that you want to have. Okay. So once again, those were two things we talked about. If you have to serve too many clients or if you're constantly selling, those are two signs that it may be time for you to raise your prices. Another sign, and this is going to sound weird, but if you have a high close rate, so if people are getting on the phone with you and you're closing at 80%, 90%, 70%, it might be time to raise your prices. But wait a minute, we want that close rate. But once again, that means that either one, the people that are coming into you, once again, everyone shouldn't be able to work with you. And so we just want to ensure that, like I said, if you have that high close rate, which is actually going to tie to my number 4 in a second, but if you have that high close rate, it may be time for you to raise your prices. And I'm going to connect it to number 4 so that it makes a little bit more sense. And I know for a lot of you guys, you're sitting here looking like, Belle, wait a minute, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. But I'm going to tell you the reason why having that high close rate like that, like I said, it's a sign. It's time to raise your prices. It's time to raise your prices. Okay? So that's the third thing. And like I said, I'm going to tie 3 and 4 together. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Hey. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, a couple of questions. Let me get my questions up here on my comments up here on the screen. Let's see. Another coach said to me that people should have to go through a group program with me first before they could work with me one-on-one, like it should be mandatory. I said, no, that's actually backwards from a lot of what people actually do. And you guys, hear my heart when I say this. I have no clue who this coach is that Rakita's talking about. I don't know who this person is. So let me say that first. I don't know who she's talking about. But like I said, it's usually actually the reverse. And if someone tells you that you have to do something a certain way, ask questions. Because once again, I no, that doesn't even make sense. Because once again, everyone's business is not the same. So it doesn't make sense for me to say that you have to do it a certain way. But actually, people usually do it in reverse. Let me put this back up on the screen. Actually, people usually do this in reverse. When people are first coming into the coaching industry and the coaching realm, they usually do one-on-one first for a couple of reasons. One, because it allows for them to do a deep dive into what's going on with that person because they're working with them one-on-one. So that they don't have to worry about them, not sharing everything because they're in a group setting, hiding things because they don't want other people to know their business. So it allows for you to go into to do a deep dive with your ideal client because you're working with them one-on-one. And also it's easier for me to grab one person at a time than it is for me to try to say, okay, I want to get 10 people into this group and the group coaching program starts in 8 weeks. It's a lot easier for me to grab one person at a time. So actually, people usually do it backwards. So that's different. I've never seen it like that before. Yeah. And like I said, a lot of times, once again, you do usually start off one-on-one, but you don't have to. Once again, a lot of it also depends on your personality. For me, my entire career, I have spent working with groups. My entire career, I was an educator for 14 years. Think about it. I'm working with groups of people. Think about it. And then once I transitioned from the classroom, I transitioned into training and consulting. Once again, I was training groups of people. I was consulting with groups of people. So for me, I was one of those odd people where I had the preference for groups versus the one-on-one. So that's why I say it's not a set way that you have to do things. So like I said, when someone says that, I usually run the other direction. I'm like, Yep. So if you're closing at that rate, maybe it's not, yep, actually your people. Yes. Yep. I love that, Rakita. I love that. And that's another thing too. Marie said, can't you work the kinks out of a program or working one-on-one? Yep. That's another way too. That's another benefit of that as well. And then here we go. I like to work one-on-one if need that coach undivided attention. I don't always want to be in a group. And that's another thing too. And so let me see who said, is that Rakita saying this? Okay. And you guys, this is another thing. So when it comes to one-on-one, like I said, there's nothing wrong with one-on-one, but Rakita had a really good point. They are getting a much higher level touch point with you, working with you one-on-one. The pricing needs to be according. It needs to be priced accordingly because I like to equate that as like white glove service type of thing when they work with me one-on-one. And so the investment is going to be higher. The investment should be higher. It should be higher to work with you one-on-one. So once again, those people that do offer one-on-ones, especially if they've been coaching for a while, their one-on-one prices reflect that. So they're just like, shoot, if I'm going to work with someone one-on-one, it has to be worth me and my time working with someone one-on-one. Hey, Dr. Peggy. Hey. So they feel like, so once again, as long as it's priced accordingly, then like I said, there is nothing wrong with working with people one-on-one. I really and truly feel like it is a preference. And so once again, if someone tells you that you have to do it a certain way, ask questions. If it does not sit right in your spirit, you guys, we are believers. We have a spirit of discernment. If it does not sit right in your spirit, you know that you can go in the other direction. There's nothing wrong with you voicing your concern. I'm in a mindset program with someone from another country, completely out of range of my time zone. I get a ton of value from a program just from doing the things she has me do by watching her pre-recorded content. I would venture a guess she probably work one-on-one. Yeah, like I said, most people, they usually work one-on-one before they do a group setting. Most people do. And then we're going to also talk about tomorrow in the workshop, when Marie mentioned like pre-recorded content and how to do that. And so, because I have this thing when it comes to pre-recorded content, and there are a lot of people that are selling courses. We're going to talk about the difference between like a course and a hybrid, which is it seems like that's what it is that Marie's in. But there are some people who are trying to sell courses, which is pre-recorded content. And once again, we're going to talk tomorrow about the differences of course, of mastermind, all that stuff. We're going to talk about the differences between that. But there are people out there that are trying to sell courses, pre-recorded content, where they went and they just recorded some content and they're trying to sell it and they're wondering why it's not selling. And I'm going to talk to people tomorrow during a workshop exactly why your courses are not selling. Especially if all you did was just sit and record the content like that. I'm going to tell you exactly why you're not able to sell that. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. A lot of people are trying to do that, and now they're mad and frustrated, and they're saying that it's not working. But you got people over there teaching you, do a course, create a course, create a course. You make money in your sleep. You make money in your sleep. You know, you make money on autopilot. Create a course, create a course, create a course. I hope you see me rolling my eyes. But once again, they're not giving you the full picture, and that's what bothers me in this online space. I want to give you the full picture, so that you can decide whether or not that's best for your business and your brand. Don't just look. And a lot of us, this is the issue. Because we're trying to, get into that space where, the laptop lifestyle, and once again, making money in our sleep. And there's nothing wrong with that. But once again, you need to understand fully what that means. The coach's reason is because you don't want to have a lot of one-on-one clients, so they should do a group with you first. Yeah, like I said, that's just that's a little bit backwards. Yes. Yep. So Marie, I can't imagine learning from pre-recorded content if the subject is a moving target, as in time changes the content, but your content. Yep. And like I said, we're going to talk about that tomorrow in the workshop. When it comes to that pre-recorded content, when it comes to those courses, like I said, what I call a hybrid and all that stuff. Yeah, that was just very interesting. That's very interesting, Rakita. That's all I'm gonna say. That's just very interesting. And so, you guys, like I said, that is number 3. The third sign. Okay, and then the fourth and final sign actually ties back to that third one, where I said with the third one, hey, Miss Garrett, how are you doing? See, I was doing this red just for you, Miss Garrett. How are you doing, lady? I was doing this red just for you. I'm the lady in red tonight. Yes. And so, you guys, this is the fourth sign that it's probably time for you to raise your prices. So this fourth sign connects to number 3. So remember, number 3 said, number 3 is if you have a high close rate, it's probably time for you to raise your prices. Because let's connect it to number 4. Number 4, if you have client testimonials, it's time for you to raise your prices. Because once again, if you have a high close rate, that means that you have clients that you're signing. And more than likely, that means you have client testimonials to go along with it. So the more testimonials you have, for a lot of people, that anchors in for them. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what it is that I'm doing. It builds up their confidence. And so once again, the more people that you support and help to get results, once again, you have that social proof. You have that proof there. Because with people, when it comes to them investing in a service, they're asking themselves 3 questions. When it comes to them investing in a service, they're asking themselves 3 questions. Has she helped herself? Has she helped other people? And can she help me? Has she helped herself? Can she help other people? And can she help me? And so remember what I said with the testimonials. So the more testimonials that you have, you're answering those 3 questions. So testimonials can be your part of your testimonial. So if you see on my bio, I say I'm a 6-figure business strategist, multi-6-figure business strategist. That means I have done this thing for myself. You see my testimony. I just shared a testimonial before I did this live about the client that posted about her asking for almost $100,000 for a project that she's working on. So once again, those testimonials, I'm doing those testimonials for a reason. I want you guys to see that 1, I have helped other people, and 2, I can help you. So 1, I have helped other people. 2, I can help you. So there's a purpose to sharing your testimonials. Some of you guys are like, man, my testimonials on my website. What's the traffic to your website? You don't even know. Are those people actually seeing those your testimonials? Are they actually seeing it? Or are you hiding them out over there on your website and on your Facebook business page where nobody goes to? I'm just saying. I love it. When you get video testimonials, create a YouTube playlist of them. Then you can easily direct prospective clients to view them in one place. Yes. And one thing that I do on my page where people book a call. So I have a link. If you go to www.callwithbeverly, I have a plethora of testimonials on there. I have video testimonials and some written, my screenshots and all of that, all at one place so these people can see, okay, once again, she's helped herself, she's helped others, and she can help me. That is the purpose of those testimonials. So that's why I say if you have those testimonials, boom, you can go ahead and raise your prices. Yes, Christina. Yes, ma'am. Yes. All the smoke. Catch all of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you guys, like I said, yep, I love that YouTube playlist. And then, like I said, I just have it on a lead page. So once again, they can see my YouTube. So I do have it on YouTube. And they can also see those written testimonials. So all in one place. So as I get testimonials in, I just take those screenshots or those case studies or whatever, video testimonials, and just add them to the page. We just add them to the page. So we have this running record, because sometimes you have to remind yourself. Sometimes you guys forget how awesome you are, how God has created you and skilled you and anointed you to do what it is that you do as a coach. So having your testimonials all in one place is very powerful. Having them all in one place is very powerful. And so you guys, like I said, if you have those testimonials, then you can raise your prices. And one thing, we won't do it in tomorrow's workshop, but one thing that I show my clients, well, Bev, I only have a couple of testimonials. We talk about how you can remix those testimonials. So you may have 2 testimonials, and I can show you how to create 6 different testimonials from that one testimonial. Four different ways to show 4 different ways to what I call remix that same testimonial. Hey, Patricia. I'm just saying. So don't use that as an excuse or a reason, because you have testimonials. You have testimonials. Those people that you coach for free, you better go back and ask them for a testimonial. I'm just saying. The power in the testimonial. Oh, yes. Yep. Yes. I love it. So, Rakita, Coach Bev, I already have one of my clients working with me again with the new presentation intensive offer we came up with at the higher price point. So, you guys, Rakita is one of my clients. Rakita, you guys, I'm telling you, what I teach, it works. It really and truly, it works. It works. But you have to work it. You have to work it. But it's so worth it. And so, you guys, like I said, tomorrow is the workshop. Tomorrow is the packaging and pricing workshop. If you have been sitting on the fence about whether or not to join, I'm going to once again invite you to join us. You just see another testimonial right here, living right in the midst of this, right in the midst of this live. And I'm telling you guys, we're literally tomorrow doing that workshop. First of all, bring some snacks with you. I got to go grab me some snacks. I ain't even gonna lie. I need to go get me some snacks, because I already know y'all gonna be acting up. So I'm gonna have to literally make y'all get off that Zoom. I'm like, y'all get off the Zoom so I can go eat my dinner. But I'm telling you, during that workshop, we're going to literally, once again, it's 7 questions. We're going to go through the 7 questions when it comes to creating a transformational offer. We're going to go through those 7 questions together. That's why it's called a workshop, capital W, capital O, capital R, capital K. We're going to literally do this together. No coach left behind tomorrow. No coach left behind. If you don't have an offer, that's fine, because you're going to create one. If you do have one, bring what you have. Bring what you have. Yes, that's going to be me tomorrow. Yes. Bring what you have. Okay. So not only are we going to go through that and create your coaching offer or repackage one that you already have, then we're going to go through my pricing model. Once again, I call it my 5-figure week pricing framework. My 5-figure week pricing framework. We're going to go through that. Yay, Rakita, who's your friend? Yay. I'm glad you recommended her. Oh, yes. You guys, this is what I'm talking about. Rakita said, look, I told her to raise her prices. I love it. So yes. So you guys, I'm telling you, we're going to go through this. This is the same content. I'm not holding back. This is the same content that my clients have paid me $2,500, $6,000, and $20,000 to work with them on. It's the same content. I'm not. Yes, I saw her today. She did register today. I was like, hey, there's another Beverly right there. Yes. I'm like, there's another Beverly. Yes. Hey, Crystal, the workshop tomorrow is at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We start at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And you guys, I'm telling you, like I said, I'm going to take you through the exact same framework. I'm not holding back. Now, what I did say is I'm not doing this workshop again after set. I'm not doing it again live. I'm not doing it again. The only people who will have access to this content after Saturday are those people who are in my $6,000 accelerator or my $20,000 mastermind. Those will be the only people who will have access to this content again after tomorrow's workshop, because I pulled it from that. I'm going to put it right back where I got it from. And the reason why I'm doing it, it was so powerful. I was talking to someone today in Messenger. She was like, oh my gosh, Bev, I just signed up. She said, I wasn't able to afford your other things, but I can get into this. And that's what I said, okay, God, look. And right now it's $197. It's $197 for the workshop tomorrow. Now, do note that it will go up. So it's $197 until 11:59 Eastern Standard Time tonight. At midnight, it rolls up to $297. At midnight, it goes up to $297. But right now, you can get into the workshop for only $197 until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At midnight, the price goes up to $297, which is still a good deal. It's still a good deal. Look, less than $300. And like I said, it's the same content where that client that says she asked for almost $100,000. I'm gonna walk you through the same process I walked her through. I'm walking you through the same process where if you go on that page and you see all those testimonials about people raising their prices, I'm gonna walk you through their same process. Rakita just shared with you during this live because we work together. And so her getting in another client, someone working with her at the higher price point. So what I tell you, it works. And I'm going to show you the same process. But this is also the catch. There is a catch. So like I said, it's live and interactive. So it's not me just reading from a PowerPoint and you're just taking notes. That's not how I roll. So it's going to be interactive. It's going to be engaging, asking you questions, breakout sessions, all that stuff. We're doing all of that. But then at the end, there's going to be a challenge. You guys are going to have a 48-hour challenge. Within 48 hours, you're going to be challenged to sell it at the new price point. Now, it's the weekend, so it's going to actually be 48 business hours. So you're going to have 48 business hours. So starting on Monday, I'm going to challenge everyone who's a part of the workshop to sell it at the new price point, because I've literally had clients that within 48 hours, they have sold their offer at the new price point. So imagine investing $197 and within 48 hours, you made an additional $1,000, an additional $2,000, an additional $10,000. Because I've had clients that went from $14.97, hadn't sold it in 2 months. She went from $14.97 to either $49.97 or $59.97, and she sold 2 of them. Like I said, I have clients who, when they came to me, their highest price service is now their lowest price service. How is that? Because of the process, the framework that I'm going to walk you guys through, the 7 questions to create a good transformational offer in my 5-figure week pricing framework. I'm going to walk you guys through that same framework. Okay. So like I said, if you are interested in joining us, I am going to invite you to join us once again. Once again, you can get in now for $159 until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. At midnight, it rolls up to $297. Okay, so don't say you didn't know. Look, don't say you didn't know. I done told y'all. All right, you guys, let me know. Does anyone have any other questions? Like I said, 30 minutes or less. I'm at 34, so I ran on my time. And y'all will have free pizza. This is a pizza delivery place. So let me know if you have any other questions, or if you have specific questions for me, feel free to reach out to me in Messenger. I'll be online for like 7 more minutes, and then I got to shut it down. But you guys, hey, let me know if you have any specific questions for me. I'm sorry, it's 197. I'm sorry, did I say 159? I'm sorry, 197. Lord have mercy. 197, 197, 197. It's 197. Thank you, Rakita. It's 197. It's 197. All right, you guys. So once again, you can still get in for $197 until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. At midnight, it rolls up to $297. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, like I said, I'm super excited about tomorrow. I literally had to make myself shut that doggone PowerPoint down and the workbook down because I kept wanting to add things. I'm like, then stop it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, if you plan on joining us tomorrow for the workshop, the link is wherever you're watching this live from. The clickable link is there. And then it's also scrolling below my face, bit.ly/package and price workshop. So once again, just click on that link. Or if you're on any one of my platforms, there's a clickable link somewhere. Just click on that link. It's going to take you over there. You can read up on the page again, just to make sure there wasn't lying about anything. Read it up. You can see my testimonials and all that good stuff. And then click on the button. It will take you over to make your payment of $197. Once you make your payment, it will bounce you over into the membership site. And that's where all the content and all that good stuff will be loaded. And the Zoom information and all that good stuff is there. Okay. All right, you guys. Once again, I'm super excited about tomorrow. Those of you that are joining us, I will see you tomorrow, March the 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. You guys, thank you so much for joining me, you guys. And I will see you on the other side of this live. Take care.